Oh, hello. I just wanted to jump on here, and I kept having this. I journal quite a bit, and I kept having this one come to my mind, which, thank goodness, it's months past. It's crazy that it's months past, but I just wanted to share it with you and encourage somebody today. I'm not going to read all of it because it's so somewhat personal and everything, but. Sorry. Let me see. So Garrett and I have been through the process recently in February, making the decision to sell our home. Because of the time frame, we had some things change in our lives, and an opportunity came out to help a loved one. And so we had made the decision together to sell our home. And this, like again, I said in February, to purchase our new home. Well, if selling a home is not stressful, buying and selling at the same time is, and trying to, do life. So we finally had sold our home, and it was really cool, the family that had got to purchase our home. We knew the wife, and went to school with her, grew up with her, and she looked at the house in February, but at that time they weren't prepared to buy. So of course, 2 months later, we're like, oh my gosh, all these showings. We had a really good turnout. They loved the house, not a good location. Loved the house, didn't like that it was 2 stories. Just all these things, and you start to get discouraged when you're like, okay, I thought we made this decision. This is what God wanted us to do. Why are we not seeing what we thought that we would see? So lo and behold, a couple months later, she messages me and asked me if the house was still available. They wanted to come look at it. So we invited them over. They absolutely loved it. Long story short, they bought our home. So that was, all those letdowns from people coming and seeing it, and it just not being quite what they were looking for, was all because it was being saved for this family. And it is a great family. We loved our home, and we didn't want to move from our home, but like I said, life happens, and sometimes you have to shift and go in another direction. And God allows things to happen in our life in order to grow us. And so that's kind of what I wanted to share today, and where we were at. This home that we had purchased, we lived there for almost 5 years, and it was the first home that all of our children really got to know as our family home, like the home that they grew up in. And so it was very near and dear to our heart, and very hard to let go of, but we knew we needed to. And so in between selling our home and getting ready to move into our new one was about a month's difference. And so our awesome realtor had helped us out in putting us in 2 places for the meantime. And so, of course, we sold our home, got the house all cleaned up. As our lady was finishing cleaning up the home, we were waiting for the kids to come off the bus. And they all got off the bus, wanted to go see the house one more time. So everybody ran in, and all but one came out. And Cameron, of course, being the very informative child that he is, let us know that Julius was not coming out, that he was in his bedroom with his knees to his chest and his arm tucked around his knees, crying. And so Garrett went in, talked to him, and got him to come out. And once we got settled into our place that evening, Julius asked me to lay down and say prayers with him. And so I did, and I had asked him, how are you doing? And he said, I'm fine. And of course, mother's intuition, you could tell your babies are not fine, especially being a woman who says that's fine all the time when really I am not. No, well, I am, but anyway. So he's laying there, and he's like, actually, I'm not fine. And I said, what's wrong? And he said, I just really miss our home. And I said, I know, baby, but Mom and Daddy wouldn't do this if we didn't think it was for your best interest. And it hits ya, and God reminds you. He allows things to happen in our life, and moves to happen in our life, in order for it to be in our best interest. But a lot of times we weep and we cry, and we beg to hold on to the things that are comfortable in our life, when in reality God's saying, I'm moving you. I'm moving you because this is to better you. This is to grow you. So although we want to put blame on the enemy that, oh, this is happening in my life because, he's trying to stop me. And although sometimes those are true, he sees you moving in a direction that you should be moving, and he's going to send obstacles or people in your way to stop you. But in reality, a lot of times God allows things to happen to refine us and to grow us. And so instead of crying or pouting, believe me, I have done it, trying to understand why this is going the way that it is, embrace it. Embrace that change. Embrace that shift that God's doing in your life. And know that good will come out of it. But it is a lot of times that make it difficult is our response to that shift. So just be encouraged. Fast forward a few months. We did not originally move into the house that we were planning on. We found a home more centrally located to our needs, to our family needs. And it has more than enough room for all of us. And it was everything that we had asked for. Maybe not everything that we had anticipated, but what we needed. And that is what I think is so amazing about God. And a lot of y'all have heard me say this. When you let go of the things that you want in life and you allow God to give you the things that you need, it is far better than you could imagine. Every day we walk around this home and somebody is saying how much they love it, how much space we have. It is incredible. So don't be discouraged when things change in your life. Embrace them. Find what you can do to grow through it. Ask God. I don't know how many are believers watching this, but ask God. God, what do you want me to get out of this? What are you trying to show me? He will. He's just waiting for you to ask. Happy Wednesday.